is required. But I have a question around there. That many a times the quality that is shown to customers is not what is really there inside the organization. So you can very well make up the numbers and show to the customers that this is what my quality is. So what do you have to argue or ask against that?
I agree. I think ethics in every form of reporting, whenever we talk to any stakeholder, is essential. By quality. Even when we talk about our delivery systems and the quality of personnel in our proposals, it's a known fact that IT companies have fudged a lot of data like that. You cannot counter individual integrity by neglecting an entire function. All you can do is put a system in place that actually produces those numbers so that you can report them confidently and truthfully. I don't think there can ever be a position where we can always have truthful reporting by all people because we have a human race managing an organization. The human race is involved.
Audience with questions. One question.
How do you differentiate invention and innovation? Invention and innovation. Again, a good point. Some of the questions have been really interesting so far. Invention and innovation. The way I see it, and I'm a very normal person, I don't have a degree to qualify that, but the way I would define invention is when I create absolutely something new. When I make a change to an existing process, maybe make it far more better than anybody would have conceived it to be by utilizing a process which, or technique which was not thought of. That, in my opinion, might be more of an innovation. But again, it's not exactly a question of semantics, it's a question of what purpose the end result solves.
I would like to add to that, from an invention and innovation point of view, I think invention is more of discovering the fundamental laws. Maybe Newton's law is something which is an invention, but then the theory E equal to mc square is an invention. But then application of the invention to a business purpose to me is more of innovation, because there is something fundamentally a concept that exists, and then how do you apply it to make a business outcome out of that is something which is application of the fundamental invention to gain money out of the business.
I have some questions. One very important question which I have is the standardization. The standardization happens when everyone in the industry agree on following certain protocols. Okay, everyone in the industry. Unless everyone in the industry agrees on following certain protocols, it will not be standardized. And if things are not standardized, we will not be able to move forward. And the starting point of standardization is having some best practices. For example, there were various protocols in networking earlier, and then everyone commonly agreed on TCP/IP, which may not be the best of all, but it is standardized, it is widely followed in the industry. Everyone agreed on that. XML is one of the examples, and there are many more such examples. For example, the way this mic is designed, the frequency at which wireless would work, the frequency at which the signals would work, the way cables should be. So everything has a standardization and agreement and consensus across the industry. So what is your opinion on that? Will it stifle the innovation or it will assist the innovation?
Very good question again. Let me talk about what kind of standardizations are we actually seeing in the industry right now. And I can only speak well about IT because that is the industry that I'm a part of. The kind of standardizations that we see in manufacturing are completely invisible in IT. If you look at ISO, even the way a screw is designed is something that is well defined in manufacturing. But when you talk about an object design in IT, probably that kind of standardization is not there. And even if it is there within the companies do not share. I'm not saying it's a good practice or a bad practice, but the fact remains that the companies remain very opaque about the way they develop their systems. And they don't even want it to be shared with other companies because that is their trade secret. That helps them maintain the software applications better in the future. So in my eyes, whatever is common across the companies, such as sharing of networks, sharing of database resources, you might see standardizations happening there. But when it comes to the real software technology of programming, in my opinion, you will not see a lot of transparency happening in that, and that is where you will not see a lot of best practices emerging that can be applied at different places. I buy your point that having a good practice at such a level will be useful, but at this point, I don't think it is present.
We are not discussing whether it's present or not. We are just discussing will it help to take industry forward, to take the organization forward.
I'm not sure.
Now, when we say take the organization forward, I'm not saying comparatively move ahead. Move beyond where you are. That is what moving ahead means. But if I hold on to my trade secrets, then I am definitely ahead of others, but I am where I am. I am ahead of others, but others will eventually catch up. They may take time. But if I share the practices, and if there are best practices which are available, and if everyone follows that, then there is a scope of innovation. Then there is a scope to move to the next level of maturity.
That is a line of thought, and I think there is merit in that. But I think the IT industry does not think like that so far. You look at any of the major IT companies right now, whether it's Adobe, whether it's Apple, whether it's Microsoft, they do not even tell us which software methodology they follow. You are part of the software development process. Yahoo uses Scrum. And how do we know of it? Because a guy who trained them says that he has trained them on Scrum. Yahoo never says they use Scrum.
No, back to that. I sometimes think that best practices kill innovation. I like to make that statement sometimes only. So if there is some certain way of managing an incident, you end up preaching and teaching it to the world.
Exactly.
Maybe somebody who up to innovate a best way of managing incident ends up using the best practice. I'm not against the best practice, but maybe it might kill the best practice or innovation, sorry.
Thank you. And just to complete my chain of thought, I think IT as a very nature of business is about knowledge. Organizational behavior says that knowledge is power, and in IT industry it is most of the case. The more I know about the software than the other company, the better I am in the market. So I don't see that changing also. I don't see that, honestly I don't see that.
But I think the point was what generation